Who doesn't love autumn? I mean, the temperatures are getting cooler. Finally, I could go outside and my face doesn't melt. Football is on, and if you're a parent, your kids are going back to school. But for me, it ushers in a period of the year that I could focus on smaller projects and a lot of fun little projects that I can give away as gifts. So it's just a real fun time of the year for me. Now, in the past, we've done Christmas projects. Most of the time is what we focus on. But, you know, there's a few projects out there that you can do for things like Halloween. You want to get into the spirit? How about some nice Halloween bowls? Now, a lot of people think that bowls, the only way you can make them is on the lathe, but it's not true. You can make bowls a number of different ways, and one of those is with a router. So Eagle America has these great kits, not only for Halloween, but also for Christmas, and you know, maybe we'll do one of those, but right now I want to focus on the Halloween ones. Now, I've got a couple templates here. A witch's head, the hat is on the top, and her pointy little nose is on the bottom. This is half of a bat, so you would have to flip it over to get the other half. And this one seems to be the one that is the most popular, at least in the Spagnola house, is the ghost.
So let's make a ghost bowl. The instructions call for a 2-inch thick blank. These are too wide for my jointer, so I'll use a hand plane to get one face flat enough for a trip through the planer. Winding sticks help me determine where the stock needs to be removed. I don't need a perfectly flat surface here, I just need to remove the high spots so that the board doesn't rock. Now I can send it through the planer. The two pieces can then be glued together. The template is placed on the work, making sure to give myself at least a ½ inch extra for the wall of the bowl. At the drill press, I'll use my largest Forstner bit to plow away the bulk of the waste. Set your depth so that you have at least a ½ inch bottom. The template can be attached to the blank with screws. The router itself is outfitted with a large clear base and a rounded pattern bit. The first pass isn't very deep. I'll just establish the overall shape. The second pass goes a little bit deeper, and for the final pass, we'll remove the template so that the router can go even deeper and it just references off of the inside edge we've already established. Since we're at the final depth, we can clean up the inside area of the bowl as well. The rounded bit leaves something of a wavy surface, so you could switch to a regular straight bit or simply use chisels, scrapers, and sanding to clean it up. Now using a compass, trace the outside wall at least a ½ inch from the inside. A narrow blade at the bandsaw makes it easy to establish the shape. Now it's all about sanding. I like using these rubber contour sanding pads to get into the tight spaces. And all edges get a nice 1/8 inch round over. For the finish, I'm using General Finishes Endurovar. It looks good, dries quickly, and is easy to apply. I first raise the grain and sand back with 220 grit. Now I can apply the finish. 4 coats with 400 grit sanding in between.
Very happy with the results. I hope you guys take the time to build 1 or 6 of these. And again, with these gift projects, I always recommend batching them out. If you do 1 and you show somebody, I guarantee you're going to get a request for about 5 or 6. So you may as well build those to start. I've got some of the other templates that I promised some people already that I'd make, so I got to get back to work. But before I do, let's fill this puppy with some candy. Now we add the candy. Unfortunately, it's only 70 to 80 calories per pack. You see, we like the good candy in the Spagnola house, not the cheap stuff. Now, for some people, this could be a problem. It's still a couple weeks before Halloween, and you have to sit here and look at all this delicious, wonderful candy until then. But fortunately, I have this little thing called self-control.
Mark,
chocolate. Let me try that one.
Mark, I'm home.
What was that?
Whoopsie.
I expected this to be much more fun, like a Willy Wonka moment.
Mark, I'm home.
Damn, we need a bigger ledge. You gotta get into it.
I don't want to lie. I just put makeup on.
Well, whose fault is that? Not me. Something fair. Clearly, you have much more experience spreading chocolate on people than I do.